heavy use of those. I mean, even Kerbo. I was watching his videos this week, and I think he was doing his first run out of Alaka, and he noticed there was a water tower just right by the line as he came back into Bryson from Alaka, and he's like, oh, I didn't realise that was there. And it's sort of, watch out for those water towers, because a lot of them are placed very, very well. Alaka Junction is the problem at the beginning, because Alaka Junction has no facilities, and you can be hauling some very heavy trains down there for the milestones. And there's just nowhere for you to refuel. So you need something with very long legs to be able to get there and back. And don't haul 2,000 tons of stuff. I made that mistake twice and ran out of fuel in my consolidation. So at 40,000 pounds of tractive effort, I tend to look at 1,500 at a push, 1,800 tons. As a maximum to attempt the Bryson grade. I might pull heavier out of silver, but only if it's half of it's being dropped at Bryson or Whittier, East Whittier, and also I'm going to reload the water at the Bryson freestanding towers. You don't have to unhitch the locomotive. You don't have to run into the depot. I did that at first until I realised, oh, there's this water tower here. That's rather handy. Yeah, I accept that. But as you said, it's gaming purposes. It's management. And I've run out of water on my heavy freights more than once. First time I still had the 10-wheeler, and I ended up sending the 10-wheeler from East Whittier all the way down to Alaka Junction to rescue the heavy freight coming back. I don't think we hauled any cargo. I just hauled the locomotive back to Bryson to fuel and water, and then the 10-wheeler went home, type of thing. Okay, you are full. 2 more. Let's see. How's about that one? And possibly that one. But there's an old thing in model railways. You can set up a very small shunting puzzle, sorting puzzle, where you have 10 4-wheel cars, a small switcher locomotive. You can use steam, diesel, whatever, and a set of sidings where you have your assortment of, I think it's usually about 10 cars, and you put a road number and a position in each car, randomly picked. Use a pack of playing cards or whatever, and you try and rearrange the cars from where they're currently sitting, where they need to be, in the most efficient way you can manage. And it's a sort of it's basically a shunting puzzle. Where the heck am I? That's designed to make you think about things, and you know, it's almost like slotting shapes into holes, and it's kind of a fun pastime. Really, where am I? Okay, I can see buildings over there. I know I own these fields here. Okay, that's a harvested field. I think I turn right here and go past the farm. Yay. But that's been around for years in model railways, and you know, all you need is a 4x8 board or 2x8 board, 2x6, whatever, and a couple of pieces of track, a locomotive, and some short cars, and hours of entertainment. I know at some exhibitions, someone will take one along, and kids can come along and compete for the most efficient completion. You know, they're timed. How long will it take you to complete the puzzle? And the winner of the day will receive a voucher, or you know, $5 or something like that. But this, you know, Railroader is just a big version of that, and it's obvious they're not done with it yet. Yes. Sometimes I forget to kick the cars, and I'll watch a Kerbo video, so I should be doing that more often, because you know, it would make things so much quicker, even than I'm doing it. Kerbo's not the most efficient organizer of freight that I've seen. You know, a lot of people don't look for the most obvious, but or maybe it's just obvious to me and not to them. I don't know. Okay, let's that. But I don't know whether you know that there is now, you can change the blocking level on the daily deliveries. At the default level, everything is sorted into blocks, so you've got all the stuff going to Bryson in a block, all the stuff going to Alaka in a block, and so all you have to do is, you know, make sure that you pick up all of the cars in the correct sequence and drive off. There are 3 levels of blocking, and as I said, starts out with most of the stuff in the most efficient drop. So basically, the supply railroad has done all the sorting before dropping the cars off to you, which, you know, used to happen. But there's a second level where it's kind of in the right order, but not necessarily completely in the right order. All the way up to, the supply company just didn't even try. They just dropped all the stuff in random fashion in the yard, and it's your problem to now sort out that, you know, the Robinson coal cars are distributed from the front to the back of the drop, and there's just, it's gonna be hard for you. So I think I'm playing my playthrough at the moment. I am working up to the point where I get the the signals and switches done, and see how that works out, and then I may start over on a little bit harder mode and try and figure out that bit. You're done. You need to back up. think I've got about 100 hours, over 100 hours going at the moment. I've now started stabling about 3 or 4 locomotives down at Dillsborough, and sending one big locomotive down to the Silver Yard and hauling absolutely everything out. And the £40,000 tractive effort consolidation can cope with about 2,500 on the flat. So that's that. I basically haul the train down to Dillsborough Yard and then sort it there, and as soon as I've got a train sorted, I put a locomotive on the front and it goes, and then I'll do the next one, and then I'll do the next one, and I just do it that way so that blah blah blah, turn on crops, that's good, turn on sprayer, that's good, put away the help panel and drive. So yeah, I find that having the Dillsborough Yard is actually quite useful, and absolutely, if you're opening the line to Silver, make sure you've got enough money to open the Dillsborough service depot, because you're going to need that coal, you're going to need that water before you leave Silver with the morning train and after you get home with it. It's a good fun game. I would generally suggest go check out, I know Arthur's done some videos, Kerbo has a series, he's got a couple of intros as well, but he's running a series which is entertaining and educational if you want to learn how to play the game, but it's kind of fun. And like I said, in essence, it's trying to fit the square peg in the round hole. You can take all day to deliver freight, and you can take all day to deliver freight, but if you can work out a way to do it a little bit more efficiently, I think I got all of my deliveries on my yesterday game day by 10 o'clock. Everything had been delivered. And then I just leave the heavy freight at the furthest point away from Silver and wait till about 8 o'clock in the evening before I send it home again. And it takes about 2 hours to get home. But otherwise you leave stuff behind. And that's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. I think you've got you get a delivery bonus on same day, day 1, day 2, and then day 3 you start getting penalised for not making the deliveries. So do your deliveries. That's the trick. That's a small child running around. What's going on? Who knows? He's running around. Don't even know who's up. They're supposed to be cleaning the church today. It's supposed to be snowing much later today.
Is my hair on?
Oh, okay. And actually, I need to get down to the basement today, in spite of my hips and my back, because we need to sort some things out, and I need to check the tyres on the Saab, because it's been sat in the garage for about 4 weeks. And normally cold weather it's going to say, oh, there's no air in the tyres. And sort of, well, yeah, because it's cold. and the air that's in the tyres is a lot denser than it was when I put it in the garage in November. Yeah, passenger days are sort of fire and forget. You must remember to check that you have set all the fuses so they'll stop, or set the switches so they'll stop in the appropriate place. It's kind of a what I try and do is I try and get the passengers started at Alaka, and I'll run everything west of Bryson as passenger and everything east of Bryson as freight. Once the freight hits Bryson, the passenger train should also be crossing at Bryson and be heading east down to Silver while the freight delivers to Alaka. So it's sort of, I don't have to worry about me concentrating on freight trains doing high-speed drops at various yards along the way and having passenger trains getting in my way while I'm doing it. I don't think you have to run passenger trains very frequently. I think I've heard Kerbo suggest that on day one you have to get the passenger car, run it from Whittier to Ela and back again, and that's sufficient for 100% passenger work. Now I'm getting to the point where even at late night I've got passengers left and my train's got 180 passengers on board and no more seats. Unfortunately they don't allow standing room, hence why I'm in the process of upgrading my cars to the big 80 passenger cars, and probably 4 of them rather than just 3, and 2 trains a day. And when I open up to Andrews, I'll probably end up with 3 trains running passenger. But we'll see, yeah. So what am I doing? The baler has finished, so I should actually, you know what, I should jump out of this tractor and go deal with the baler immediately so we can get the jobs done. I'm already up to £178,000. That's just so awesome. How am I doing with fertilizer? We've got 1100. I don't know if that's the end of the supply at the farm or not. Why do I keep doing that? Seriously. No! Come on. Right. Here we are. Born to be kings. We're the princes of the universe. 92 is the baler. Enter vehicle. Clear the course. Oh, is that what that's doing? No. So I can't copy the course from the big M until I've cleared the course from this one. I don't think I can copy a course over the top of this course. Anyway. Actually, the quickest way to the big M is through the gap, across the field that we're not working, and into the next field. Alright. I think I started over by that entrance. So we'll muddle over to here. Delete key. Copy. Back to this one. Paste the course. Take this over here and go. It's not going to collect that piece there. Not a big problem. Okay, now we step over to this one. I can clear this course and generate a new course. Bing, bing, bing. First waypoint go. Yeah, I mean, and obviously I'm running 2 trains, so I'm probably getting, and I'm doing Alaka, Nantahala, Silver, and depending how I hit Alaka Junction, I might do it one way or the other way. Obviously Silver is the main run out, but as I come back to Alaka Junction, I'm either going to go left or right, and then I'll cross the T, and then I'll come back through Alaka Junction to Silver. And that seems to work well, and we have another full load, so we'll take this off. And again, I'm going to go back up to the place at the top. Try and get all the contracts done that we can as we can do them. Then we'll finish off the spraying. I think that's 2 fields sprayed. Maybe 1. Oh, yeah, maybe. You know what? I just can't keep track of all my fields. I think I've got 2 fields sprayed, and I've got 2 more that need to be sprayed. And I can put the sprayer on course play. That's not a big deal. What I have to remember is if I put it on a worker, that the worker will turn off the crop sensors when it stops, whenever it stops. So I have to remember to turn on the crop sensors every time before I start the worker. So I don't think the worker turns it on and there's nothing visible. Well, I'm fine. I mean, with Railroader, you've got points of I'm doing a lot manually, and then sort of 20-30 minute stretches where I'm not doing anything. The AI is driving a train from one end of the line to the other, and I'm really not involved in any of it. But I understand. I mean, I'm doing. I mean, I remember I used to stream Farm Sim almost every evening and Saturday mornings. And Saturday mornings was the special stream that I would always make an effort. It was one farm for the entire run of Farming Simulator. And then my weekday ones were I'll play a farm until I get bored with it. And we got to see more maps with me doing that. But then it was okay with young children, foster care, but we got a teenager and just so much time. Plus I've got my back and hip issues. I can't sit in my office chair all day. So I don't stream on a weekday. I just don't have the time. So that's kind of where I'm coming from at the moment. And consequently, you know, not only am I not streaming, the reason I'm not streaming is I'm not playing any games in the evening. I need to go and sit on the sofa and just take the weight off where it hurts. And so, yeah, but in spite of that, I am putting some serious hours in on Railroader. As I said, I think I've got over 100, and that didn't take long. Okay, we'll stop you under there. Good. And we'll do the end of the spraying. Oh, okay. Start the engine. Are the crop sensors on? Yes. See, the crop sensors stay on when you turn the engine off. They don't stay on when the worker goes home. And I should also close down the cosplay window. Yeah, it's not so much I work 10 to 11 hours a day. It's I get up in the morning, I have breakfast, I sit down, and I'm 9 hours in the office chair working. And obviously an hour of that is supposed to be for lunch. Now occasionally I'll take 30 minutes, I'll go lie down on the bed just to relieve the pressure. And then you get into the evening and it's sort of, I've been sat in that chair for 9 hours, and it's not an necessarily uncomfortable chair, but it's not a chair you want to be sitting around in for 9 hours or 14 hours or whatever. So I end up going in the living room with the rest of the family, and we'll watch an old show from the 1980s, 1990s, because quite frankly, there's not a lot of new stuff I find compelling to watch. Okay, let's see if I can do this without hitting a hedge. Swing. Oh.